I believe every buyer looking to buy a property in Calgary now knows that it's a seller's market and you are in a bidding war to buy some of these high demand properties. Today we will talk about some of the tips for the buyers, how they can improve their offers to win a bidding war. Stay tuned. Hello everyone, my name is Cameron Faisal. I am a local real estate agent with Urban Realty in Calgary, Alberta. And today we are going to talk about a few of the tips or strategies that can help you as a buyers to win a bidding war. Now let's start with what is a bidding war in a real estate market. And bidding war, to be honest with you, was not something that the Calgary real estate agents were that familiar of until last year. So a bidding war happens when more than one buyer is interested in the same property at the same time, and then there are multiple offers submitted for the property. The most common practice that we have in Calgary and generally speaking in Alberta in a multi-offer situation is that each buyer is bidding against the other buyers, not exactly knowing what the other buyers are offering. That means that what buyers are offering in terms of purchase price and in terms of conditions, that information is not shared with other competitive buyers. This practice is to benefit the seller who is the one offering their property for sale. In a multi-offer situation, the seller has the right whichever offer they would like to choose and whichever buyer they would like to further negotiate with, considering that they are within their lawful boundaries. Now, in a situation like this where sellers have an upper hand, buyers are in a tough spot when they are trying to win a bid, not knowing exactly what they are bidding against. However, there are some tips and strategies that can give you an edge against the other offers. First and foremost, as a buyer, you should have a good understanding of the market conditions. You should understand that it's a seller's market, and almost every property that is coming into the market that is listed with a competitive price is sold on above asking price. So if you are shopping for a property in the market, keep that in mind and you should be flexible or have room within your price range that you are looking for in the market. So let's say if you're looking for a property with a sale price of $550,000, you need to keep your range from $500,000 to $550,000. This will give you some room to go above the listing price if you want your offer to be a winning offer. The second tip is that you should have your pre-approval of the mortgage, or if possible, a full approval of the mortgage done before you start looking for the properties. For this, you need to work closely with your mortgage specialist so that you know about your price range that you can afford. In this way, you will focus only on the properties within your price range and then quick to make a decision of putting an offer when you like a property. Tip number 3 is that whenever you like a property and you would like to put an offer on it, price it appropriately. Work with your realtor to understand the current market price of the property, and your realtor assessment should be based on the last few weeks of market data, as the market is changing so quickly, and offer a price that is competitive to the market price. Now, as they say, the higher your purchase price is, the better you have a chance to win the bid. You should be within your price range and not to go beyond that. Tip number 4, offer a higher initial deposit in your offer to purchase. Now, in a normal balanced market, the initial deposit that is usually offered is 1 to 2% of the sale price. You should offer a higher deposit than that, maybe up to 3 to 4% of the sale price if possible. Offering a higher deposit shows that you are a serious buyer and in a good financial condition to purchase this property. Tip number 5, be as much flexible as you can in terms of accepting the seller's terms and conditions. This means that if the seller is offering the possession date after 90 days, stick to it. This also means that including less or no buyer's condition in the purchase offer. Now, there are two main buyer conditions that are added to the purchase contract: the financing condition and the property inspection conditions. And these conditions are obviously added to minimize the risk for the buyers in this transaction. However, if you can reduce this risk for buyer by proactive planning, you can be flexible to have less or no conditions in the contract. But again, work closely with your realtor to understand these risks and then make your decision, whether you wanted to include these conditions or not. And only make this decision of having no conditions in the contract when you are comfortable with it. So these days, there are two different ways the seller realtors are asking for the potential offers when they list a property in the market. The first way is that they will list the property according to the market price of the property, or maybe a little bit higher than the market price, and present the offers as it comes to the seller. The second way is that the seller realtor will list the property a little bit less than the market price and will receive the offers from the buyer to be presented to the seller at a specific date and time, usually 2 to 3 days after listing of the property in the market. Now, in the first way of first come, first served, as a buyer, you need to be very quick, not only in arranging the viewing for the property, but if you really like the property, you should be very quick in submitting your offer to the seller. Your offer should be a competitive offer, and try to keep the expiry time of the offer as limited as you can. For example, keep the offer open only 4 to 6 hours. This will restrict the seller to wait for other comparable offers, and if your offer is within the target price range of what they are looking for, there's a good chance that it will be accepted. The second way of accepting the offers and to be presented to the seller at a specific date and time is where you are certainly in competition with other offers. In a situation like this, you should submit your offer as late as possible, close to the time when these offers will be presented to the seller and they're going to start reviewing. This will give less time to the seller's agent to get back to the other buyers to ask them to revise their offers. And if your offer is a competitive offer, there is a more chance that your offer will be selected. The final tip: do not get emotionally attached to the property that you like and would like to purchase. Just consider this as a normal business transaction and always go in with a buying plan, considering all those items that we discussed earlier. And I always tell my buyer clients that do not go above and beyond your price range, which is part of your buying plan. This will keep your head straight and you'll be able to make a right decision when you are putting an offer on a property. So these are the few tips that I hope will help you if you are shopping for a property in this market. If you like my videos interesting and educational, please like this video. Also, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next video.